Limited company's dead easy. So typically what you'll do is you'll give yourself a director's salary, which encompasses like the personal allowance, which is 12,570. And the difference after that is because you could take, another 40 grand in earned income, but that's going to be taxed at 20% as earned income. And what most people do is they'll take it as a dividend, which is only taxed at 8.75%. And the way to do that, you'll pay, for easy figures, you just pay £1,000 a month to yourself as a salary, and then £3,000 as a dividend. And that will take you basically up to the 50 grand level. It takes you up to about 48 grand a year. But I would always sort of say to people, because some people will be like, oh, why not go straight to the 50,270, that, on the dot? Well, it's like, especially nowadays, a lot of people have cash interest to factor in and stuff like that. So you could have this situation where you think you're being really clever and giving yourself the full 50 grand. And then you're thinking, oh, that Chase saver that I was boasting to my friends about being 4.5%, it's just screwed me. And I've lost half my savings, personal allowance. So I'd always sort of say under-egg it a little bit, because in addition to cash interest, if you've got the situation with limited companies where if you, we spoke about expenses before, if you put through a personal expense, what your accountant will do is they'll put it to the director's loan and they'll have to vote a dividend for that, which will increase your dividends possibly over that 50 grand level. So again, if you think you're being clever and doing that 50,270 and you put through something personal, and it's the accountant's got sort of scrambling around thinking, I can't really put this through, I'm going to get in trouble, I'm going to have to put it to the DLA, director's loan account, and suddenly you're over that 50 grand level. So I'd always sort of under-egg it a little bit.
What about the family stuff as well? So if people are approaching that, what's realistic in terms of sticking an extra family member on or someone? Because I doubt that HMRC are going to say you can just stick a family member on to dodge tax. Have you got to employ them or?
You can have them as a shareholder. You can have them as a director. So let's say if you want to distribute to yourself, to the family.
I like the way you talk. This is what I like.
Run it back.
You'd just duplicate what you do for a single person. You would give yourself £1,000 a month, give your partner £1,000 a month, and each of you up to that 50 grand level. And you would effectively, what ends up happening is you get 100 grand out of the business, and each of you just pay 3 grand in tax.
Which is beautiful.
Which is that 8.75% dividend tax.
Yeah. And then in terms of like, what are the requirements around who that can be?
You can put your partner through as long as, I've got to get this right, as long as they are integral to the company, as long as they're doing something, which could be, it could be you're making tax digital every Sunday night. It could just be as simple as that.
It could be your social media advisor,
yeah.
Social media manager. It could be like
the admin kind of role.
Admin kind of, yeah.
You have to make it credible. You have to just be kind of a grown up about it. And if you sat there taking the mick, you are running the risk. So they kind of need to be doing something. If HMRC come knocking and they say, why are you paying them this? You got to go, well, it's for this, this and this. Yeah.
That was a clip from our full-length conversation with Tom Ashworth, who's a financial planner, and today he was answering questions about being self-employed. If you want to watch the full-length episode, right here.